Inside the Story with Bill Whitaker.
Every time I go out to do an animal story, I say I'm never going to do an animal story again because they're wild animals and it's never certain that you're going to find the animal you go out looking for. So, true to form, we were out looking for grizzly bears for a number of days. There were none to be seen. I was ready to go to the airport. As a matter of fact, I was packed up, had my stuff to go to the airport, and we get a call that morning that said, I think I have something. An agent from Fish and Wildlife, Eric Wenham. We drive 2.5 hours up into the Swan Mountains of far northwestern Montana. And we park the cars, and then we walk in several hundred yards. And he says, wait, you hear that?
Oh, there's a bear.
I think we got something.
Grizzly bear.
And you perk up your ear and you hear in the distance this growling. He says, I think we got one. Come with me.
All right, you ready?
Stay behind me. Okay, I'll be behind you. And we walk into the woods, and there, trapped in a snare, is a 300-pound grizzly bear. Mad because his paw is trapped.
You're all right.
Now, I'm very sure, at least I'm hopeful, that they would not have taken us in if they weren't sure that that snare was going to hold. But going in, we seriously did not know. How is she trapped, or he trapped right now?
I don't know. So in terms of the catch assessment, we don't know.
Before we got right up on him, we were pretty sure that the snare was holding. But once we got up on him, he charged.
You're okay.
I mean, literally charges right at first Eric Wenham.
You're all right. You're okay. You're okay.
And, you know, he's pretty cool. And the rest of us are like, I hope he doesn't charge over here. And then he did. He turned and he charged right at our photographer.
You're all right.
Thank God the snare held. I think most people think of grizzly bears as just these enormous, almost like furry monsters. You know, they're huge and they have great big teeth and great big claws and they can kill you. All of that is true, but they're not out to get us. They're bears, and they're living a bear's life up in the mountains. And the bear's life is that the bears eat and eat and eat all summer long so they have enough fat on them to survive hibernation over the winter. And that's their whole MO, is to go out, find food, and eat. When there are no humans around, they're eating berries. They love huckleberries, and they can eat gallons and gallons of huckleberries up in the woods all day long and just be blissful. But now, people have moved into their habitat, and people have garbage. And the garbage is really easy to get for a bear. You come in, you take the top off, and ooh, there's a pizza. Ooh, there's a leftover bagel. And the food is very accessible for the bear. The bear's not trying to come after humans. The bear's trying to come after food. And when there are confrontations with humans, it's usually because of that. We're providing almost a feast for the bears, and they can't resist it. People in Montana want you to know you have to be aware that this is bear territory. This is bear country. And when you're in the woods, know that it's very, very likely that there's a bear over there in the trees, in the meadow, up on the side of the mountain. Be aware. One of the things they tell you when you're walking deep in the woods in Montana is you carry some bear spray. And it's like very intense pepper spray. And I had a young activist show me how to use the bear spray.
There's about 7 seconds worth of spray in here. And so generally the
Is that
guidance,
enough?
the guidance we give people is to use about half of it. So make a cloud with about 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds, and then pause and assess that. And then you have a second shot if you need it.
You have to take off the safety cap and then push the button and spray it in the face of the bear.
So you just slap
Pop
this
that
off,
off. Yep.
and then
Let it rip.
let it rip. Whoa, whoa. That should scare him away.
Yeah.
Well, when we were out there with the bear caught in the snare, I was locked and loaded. I had my bear spray. I was ready.
You're okay.
And when that bear charged at us,
You're all right.
I think if he hadn't been in the snare, it would have taken me a good several seconds to go, oh my God, I'm being charged by a grizzly bear. And then like, oh, I've got the bear spray. And by the time I took off the safety cap and snare, I'd have been toast.